In this video, I'm going to show you what you can learn from the Rafael Nadal out-wide slice serve to help improve your slice serve. Now, this video is courtesy of 12K GP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. Right, let's look at this serve quickly, and then we're going to analyze it. This is at the US Open just a few days ago, just a practice session, and this is an out-wide serve that is clearly an ace. Let's check out where the ball lands, actually. And the ball is way up inside. That's amazing. Look how far up the singles line that thing is landing. Hitting partner, no chance to get it. So let's talk about some things that you can really copy from him to help improve your slice serve. First, I want you to notice where his racket face is pointing. Notice how his racket face is up. This is very much an indicator that he is using a Continental Grip. Now, first, for you right-handers, be sure that your racket is on its edge with your strings facing off left and right to orientate the racket correctly. You want to take the base knuckle of your index finger and your heel pad, and you want to put those two spots on panel number 2. That is the Continental Grip. So put your base knuckle and your heel pad on panel number 2. Just remember, as a right-hander, you start at the top as panel 1, and you count to the right, which is why this is panel number 2. And for you lefties, it's the same thing, just the reverse. Remember, you got to have the racket straight up and down on edge, strings facing left and right. The top flat panel is panel number 1. And as a lefty, you count counterclockwise. So this is panel 1, and this is your panel 2. So this is the Continental Grip for a lefty. So put the base knuckle of your index finger and your heel pad on panel number 2. That is the Continental Grip for a perfect slice serve. And when you hold on to that grip, that's what results in the racket face being open. Now, I'm going to bypass some of the stuff that's going on right here, but I just want you to notice the next thing is the toss. Let's look at the toss placement. Very much to his left. This is going to be important, and as a righty, you're going to want to toss to the right for your slice. This is what is going to allow his swing path to give him that spin that curves the ball off to the right. So as you are hitting a slice serve, when you're going up toward it because of the Continental Grip, you'll notice that it looks like he's going to hit the ball with the edge of the racket. This is going to be important for hitting side spin. Man, look at that racket. Strings facing directly off to the right. Don't point your strings at this point to the sky. If you've got the waiter's tray and your strings are facing up, you're not going to hit slice. You want your strings facing off to the side. That allows you to cut the ball. But in addition to this, I want you to notice his swing path. Look at the swing path as he's hitting the ball, just before contact and just after contact. His swing is traveling toward these people in the crowd. He is not swinging toward his target, and obviously his target is out wide. He is swinging off to the left as a left-hander. That is what is putting the spin on the ball. In order to put spin on the ball, you want your racket path to be in one direction while your strings are facing in another. Now, we know where the strings are facing based on where the ball is going. The ball goes where the strings point at contact. That's what sends the ball. But the path that you swing is what is going to put the spin on the ball. So it's kind of like a Harlem Globetrotter, a basketball player spinning a basketball on the finger. Now, you might be thinking about the pronation right here. He is at the moment pointing his strings off to the right. That's a supinated position. And then after he hits the ball, now he's in a pronated position where his strings are facing off to his left. When the strings face off to the right, prior to contact for a lefty, and then off to the left after contact for a lefty, that is pronation, and that is the fastest way to move the racket through contact. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, how is he rotating his racket that direction, that way, like this way, but getting this type of spin? Well, it's very simple, because at the moment he's hitting the ball doesn't know that his racket is pronating. It only knows at that very moment, and it's I'll draw it on the screen, it's 0.004 seconds. That's how long the ball is actually touching the strings. It only knows the path of his racket and where the strings are pointing. So sure, there is some timing involved here, but you want to pronate as a way to move the racket fast. But as a lefty, you got to get your mindset that you are swinging off to the left, leading with the edge with that Continental Grip. That's what's going to put the spin on the ball to make the ball curve away from your opponent. Now, for you righties, I want to show you Nadal's serve as a right-hander. It's pretty funny to see, isn't it? So we've got the Continental Grip because the racket face is open. The toss is at around 1 o'clock, right? So here's the clock, and he's contacting around 1 o'clock. That is a great place to serve as a right-hander. I might have said 1 o'clock for Nadal, but that would actually be 11 o'clock. So I as a lefty, so I apologize if I said that incorrectly before. As you know, I'm not a huge editor of my videos, so hopefully you know what I meant by that if I did say that. But here's the racket leading with the edge. I mean, it's just amazing to see him leading with the edge here. But look at the path of his racket. He is swinging off to the right of the target with the strings facing left at contact. That's what puts the spin on the ball. So make sure you've got the Continental Grip. Make sure you toss slightly off to the right if you're a right-hander or left to the left-hander. And make sure you swing off to the right if you're a right-hander and to the left if you're a lefty. That's what's going to put the spin on the ball, allowing you to hit an ace out wide. Now, if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, then use my link in the description and pinned in the first comment for Play Your Court. And it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. So go out and film yourself and work on your slice serve. And when you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.